One of the first groups to throw their support behind Operation Sunshine was the team at Jetstar. The minute I put out the call for help, they jumped at the opportunity to get on board. My next stop was a 2-hour flight north of Brisbane to the city of Townsville. The plan was to visit the region hit by Cyclone Yasi, but before making my way to Tully and Ingham, I dropped by one of the area's top tourist attractions.
When you're in Townsville, you've got to come check out Reef HQ Aquarium. They've got the world's biggest display of coral reef. But I'm not here for that. I'm going to let a little guy go home to his mum and dad.
Apart from having a massive aquarium full of coral, reef fish and sharks, there are all sorts of other displays that educate visitors about the underwater world. Reef HQ also has a turtle sanctuary where they rehabilitate sick and injured turtles and release them back into the wild.
Oof. Powerful little critter.
It's commonly even small ones.
How old do you reckon it is, Nick?
Oh, give or take a couple of years, around 10. Yeah, they start showing up in the bay and in this sort of area around 10 years old after their oceanic phase.
So tell us, mate, what's happened to him, her? How do you tell the difference?
We can't tell the difference at this size. Okay. When they're a much larger animal, 130, 140 kilo turtle, then we can tell because of the length of their tail.
Yeah.
So when their tails are longer, they're usually a male, and when the shorter tails, it's a female.
Okay.
But at this size, there's no real way of telling. This little guy came in with floating syndrome, which can be caused by a number of things. Usually it's an impaction of the gut, so a blockage of some sort. Sometimes that's an artificial source, plastic or something like that.
Yeah. So what are we doing today, mate?
All right, well, this turtle's just about ready to go in 10 minutes, so we're just going to have a last check, make sure it's all nice and healthy, and you can see he's ready to go. So we usually just run the tape over him once more to make sure we got the right measurements. Yeah. Weigh and measure. We put the tag in just a little while ago, so you can see that's a nice 99% titanium tag from the Department of Environmental Resource Management. So that's for their use as well as ours.
They really are a prehistoric looking critter, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very instinctual. Sure. So the big thing today for Scotty is he's going to get released back into the wild, so let's take him down the beach.
Yeah, no worries. That's great. They're powerful, even though he's only a little fella. Feel the power of his wings. I know I'm having a real good time in life when I've got the surfboard strap in the back. He looks pretty keen. How's that make you feel?
Yeah, really good. Yeah. It's always a good feeling to let him go, especially on a day like today.
Look at this guy, mate. Weather's gold. Well done.
Thanks.
While the turtle was making a move, so was I, as I hit the road north to Tully and Ingham.
Look, make no bones about it. This place has been absolutely hammered. And I really want to be able to show the full impact of a tropical cyclone as it is as a Category 5 storm. But the area of damage is such a small percentage of the overall landmass of the Queensland coastline. It really is in a very, very concentrated area where this storm passed over the coast. I guess what I'm saying is that gives us so much more reason to support local industry up here, because the broader community and the community that hasn't been damaged is ready and open for business. Now, sure, these communities that we're driving into now, it saddens me to say that they are going to be closed for a little bit of time and just really struggling just to get back on their feet, just the time that it takes to rebuild lives and rebuild infrastructure. But again, more reason to come up and support the other areas which are open for business. That's going to make the difference. And that's going to make the difference not only to the business, but to the people that actually control that, which means the community directly benefits by our spend. Yeah.
Mate.
How about you, mate? What do you do?
Yeah. I like that.
Smart, eh? I guess this initiative comes through you guys telling your own stories, so it's as much about your program as it is about ours and our partnership with with Michael and friends as well with Jetstar and a number of other businesses which have really helped inspire, I think, Australians to come up and visit these great regions of Australia. We've got a very special presentation today on behalf of Operation Sunshine. So, if I may, can I call on the Dorry family to come up for a second, please?
The Dorry family put a human face to the disaster and demonstrate how the scars on the landscape are nothing compared to those on the insides of the people that lived through it.
Well, on behalf of Operation Sunshine, what we'd like to offer you guys is a fully accommodated journey down to the beautiful Gold Coast, staying at
This tiny community voted them as being the most deserving of a holiday. A chance to get a moment of respite and be together in a place where they can share a few happy moments as they begin to rebuild their lives. Leaving Ingham, I was really confronted with the devastation caused by Cyclone Yasi. It was here that in the early hours of February the 3rd that it made landfall, clearing a path of destruction. The damage it caused was widespread, but one place felt the full wrath, and that's the town of Tully. This small community has had to weather its fair share of cyclones, but none as powerful as Yasi. It literally tore homes from their footings and flattened countless acres of trees. Almost no property was left undamaged.
The impact of a cyclone physically is very obvious. The thing that I guess strikes me about now having spent a little bit of time here is the rawer, deeper emotions and almost mental disintegration of people, you know, that have faced such extreme conditions. Literally, you could see the eyes glaze over, and it was just a really emotionally draining experience for everyone here. You can just sense it and feel it. It's going to take some time.